Alrighty, hello everyone, incredible greetings. We are going to do a sublimation, a mixed media demo today. If I can ever find my video so I can change the preferences on it. How is everyone? I'm like late. My goal was to really have this shirt to her by 11, like so it wasn't like the majority of the day, but I was showing a little bit and kind of doing a little demo, not quite teaching, but still teaching. But we are going to get this to her. She's going to be cute with her class. I made my little cousin a custom shirt, which you guys are going to see now, the finished part of it, where we are going to um, press it with sublimation as well as do glitter HTV. So, and everyone. It's sublimation and glitter HTV. I custom designed the file in Silhouette Studio. Alrighty. Let me just go ahead and get this all shared out and we're going to get started. Once again, hello everyone. How are you guys doing? I'm going to get to the intros in just a moment so that we can get started. Guys, as you guys come in, drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know if you do sublimation, if you've ever done a mixed media shirt or any type of project where it was mixed medias. Let me know in the comments. Let's get the comments going early on. That definitely helps the broadcast. And it also lets me know who's watching, what level you guys are on, because it's going to help me determine like what, what type of videos I need to focus on, what type of classes we need to set up. So definitely chime in. Let me know where you are. Like, are you a beginner? It's like, I know a little something, something, I've been doing this for a while. I'm pretty fluid in this, but I still like watching the professor. Let me know what level you are on. Now, I have no idea where I just shared this to, but okay, it's fine. No idea where I just shared this to. Well, the last place. I think I'm going to end up sharing it to somewhere twice because I don't remember if I clicked it or not. All right, where is... All righty, we are all shared out. Incredible greetings. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us from North Kakalaki. Good morning from Houston. I haven't done anything mixed media. Hello from South Carolina. Watching from Baton Rouge, and I have done some mixed media before. Which medias have you mixed? Doesn't have to be for a shirt. It could have been on any type of project. I know a little something, something, but I enjoy your content. Thank you so much. Hello, Professor, and everyone from Dade City, Florida. I do sublimation very often. I'm not happy with my printer right now, not getting good prints, lots of shrieks. So that's the question that you want to post in the group. Post some pictures. Let us see like exactly what's going on with your prints, your print settings, your last nozzle check, so that we can help you figure out what's going on and find a solution. Watching from Louisiana, retired and looking for a hobby. Okay. Well, happy retirement. Good morning. Stone Mountain, Georgia. No sublimation. What all do you do? So I see creations with the K. That used to be how mine was spelled, for Elite Prints and Creations. So that does mean you do some creative and crafty things. So what is it that you do? Are you looking to get into sublimation? All right, I'm going to share my screen really quickly here. Let's go present, share screen. Chiming in from Detroit, intermediate. I've mixed vinyl and rhinestones, sublimation and rhinestones. Okay. Uh, I've layered HTV and puff, or puff and glitter, puff and HTV, also with sub. I followed what you said and have not had any problems. Awesome. Okay, let's open this up, add to the stage. There we go. All right, so this is what is on that print that you guys see in the bottom corner. So I designed all of this. My little cousin, her mom thought that she needed the shirt next week, but she actually needed it today. So I had to rush into the office, create this design. I'm actually like real behind. So I'm not going to do too much like talking and teaching in this. We're just going to really make this shirt. But I wanted to share with you guys as I went through this process, because it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have to sublimate, then put the vinyl, and then sublimate again to have that color on top. Excuse me. So I'm not doing a full on sublimation to glitter HTV. I'm going to pretty much mix that in. And just so that you guys kind of know, I did do, if you follow me on TikTok, I was live on TikTok, and they saw me kind of create this from scratch. So basically, I asked her mom, what is it that she likes? So I wanted to make a shirt for, she needed one for breast cancer, but I didn't want it to be like full on, like, fight for a cure, like everywhere. I wanted to be something that she would want to wear. So I wanted to make it like one of the cartoons, or like, things that she likes to watch. So she said Gracie's Corner. I'm like, all right, cool, perfect. Kind of new. I wanted to incorporate one of like her songs and things like that. I really liked this particular Gracie because of the bow on her head. I loved her dress, but of course it's yellow and green. Not going to really work for what I need it for. And the 3 for 30 is here. Let me also put this disclaimer out there. This is for educational purposes only, for you to understand the power of Silhouette Studio and what it can do. So many people tell you that it's not a graphic designing software. It's only for, for you, a cut, like a rip software. It's like a cut software for you to be able to do X, Y, and Z for your cutting machines. Not true. When you are a graphic designer, utilizing any software that allows you to modify, change colors, edit points, subtract, modify, you can turn that into a full-fledged graphic designing program. And that is exactly what I do with Silhouette Studio. I promise you, no one, not even Silhouette America, utilizes Silhouette Studio the way that I do. I utilize it as a graphic designing software, and you can do so much with it. So because this was here, let me finish my disclaimer. Because I use this is for personal use. Like I said, I want to make a shirt for my little cousin for breast cancer awareness, in one of her favorite characters. I am not able to sell this shirt. Okay. Technically, you're really not supposed to reproduce it at all, but hey, it's for my personal use. And I'm just practicing my skills in the graphic designing software and getting more reps in with utilizing the different tools and functions. Okay. So do understand that just because you're able to recreate it does not mean that you are able to use it freely without the express written permission and consent of whoever owns a licensed or trademarked or copywritten image or phrase, or whoever, whatever. Just want to put that disclaimer out there. But like I said, I really like this. Of course, the colors didn't work for me, so I end up taking one of like just a plain one of Gracie and tracing it so I can get her little puff, and then superimpose that puff into this section and cover up the three. So it was a series of trace and detach, and then we did some tracing. So here is like, once we this was like a multiple trace and detach. It wasn't like a single trace and detach. Sometimes it's not just a click and move. So we did that. The eyes I had to literally create from scratch, utilizing circles and ovals and filling in the color. So we went from this shirt with the three, this outfit with the three covered up, to basically like this. So she has the ABC song where she says, A, I'm amazing, B, bold and beautiful, C, I'm courageous, D, determined to reach my goals. So I took that, but put a little spin on it. So the first part is the same, and then D is determined to find a cure. And then for cure, I put a ribbon for the R. And here is our final design that we're going to sublimate onto a vapor 3T shirt. It is 7 inches. By the time I finished everything, it was 7 inches in width. And I pulled out these little pieces because I'm going to sublimate over glitter HTV. So that's where we're at right now. All right. So we're going to go head over to the heat press and get started. If you want to purchase any of the products like the paper and things like that, there are links in the description for our website, shop.hsink365.com. All orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time get shipped out the exact same day. And then the vinyl is Caesar Glitter HTV. You can get that from Heat Transfer Warehouse, and that is also linked in the comment in the description. Okay. All right. So I've already heated my heat press up to. Oh no, I wasn't at 365. All this time. No. Dang it. Oh man, I got 6 minutes until it gets to 365. Ain't that about a blimp? All right, well, I normally don't pre-press my shirts, but we're going to just talk about sublimation, what sublimation is, how you can utilize it. So we'll do a little bit of teaching right now while I wait for my heat press to get up to where it needs to be. We have about 6 minutes to go. I thought it was already on 365, but it only heated up to 305 degrees. So we're going to talk a little bit about sublimation. All right. Who here is not doing sublimation, but maybe, oh, snap. Oh, come on. Sorry, I kicked my cord and my camera turned off. So, uno momento. There we go. Who here is interested in sublimation? You've looked into it, had questions about sublimation, want to know how to get started and things of that nature, right? Let me know if you are someone that is interested in sublimation. We have 6 minutes to teach about sublimation while I wait for my heat press to get up to 365 degrees, which is the temp and time that I use for Honestly Speaking sublimation paper. Now, what did I do with my print? Jesus. Oh, I know what we can do also in that time. We can finish weeding this out. Oh, here's my print. Wait, is this my print? I don't think this is the one that I wanted to use, but we're going to use it. No, that's not the one. It's the other one. That's the one that printed wrong. This is not what I want either. I need my print. Where's my HTV print? I mean, my HTV piece of, oh, here it is. All right, so we have someone here that says they want to learn more about sublimation. All right, anyone over here? So everyone over here already knows about sublimation. All right, sublimation is a process where you print with a specially formulated ink. Okay, you cannot just print with any ink. It must be sublimation ink. Now, when it comes to sublimation, well, like what you print to as far as paper, technically you can print to any paper. You can print to a brown paper bag. You can print to colored cardstock with that specialized ink. And once you apply heat and pressure, it will transfer onto a synthetic fiber. Most common is polyester or a poly-coated substrate, okay? When you're using a non-sublimation paper, though, it can affect the color output, it can affect the vibrancy, and most importantly, the sharpness of your design. If you have a design that has like some really, really fine details, utilizing just regular cardstock or just regular paper or just non-quality sublimation paper can affect the crispness of your design. Will the color still show up? And for some people, they may not even notice that they probably like me have astigmatism anyway, but it does affect the quality of it. But you can use any paper, but we recommend using, honestly speaking, sublimation paper because you're going to get some really efficient results when you're utilizing this particular paper. So once you print it out on your, honestly speaking, sublimation paper, you're going to get, any synthetic fabric. Polyester fabric is used like for shirts, for socks, for your can coolers, koozies. Can coolers and koozies, same thing. What was I going to say? Like chapstick holders. This one was I think this one was I don't remember if this was an asthma or a sanitizer bottle. I can't remember which one this was, but this is nothing more than fabric on top of neoprene. So the neoprene is not what you actually sublimate. The middle part to make it where it's nice and soft, that is neoprene. But what you're sublimating is nothing more than white fabric on top of that. So you're going to use the same temp and time. I see people all the time. Oh, what do I use for this? What do I use? What temp and time do I use for this? Use for that. And for the most part, it's all just fabric. A mouse pad, neoprene with fabric on top. So the same way that you're going to sublimate a shirt is the same way that you're going to sublimate any of these substrates. When it comes to hard substrates like PVC, like there's a plastic that you can sublimate there, like it's by Unisub. You have the MDF and things like that, metals that's coated. Most of those I press, well, actually, no, all of those, I still press at 365 for 30 seconds. When you're using our paper, you don't have, there's like no guesswork to like the temps and times and stuff like that. You'll notice that most of them on here are going to be the same temp. If it's just a regular press, they're going to pretty much be about the same time. The only one is like if you're using like a ceramic mug, acrylic, things like that, then your time is going to vary a little bit. Or if you're doing something in an oven, or if you're doing glass, it's going to vary a little bit. But for the most part, or slate, like slate, I press in 2 minutes. But for the most part, anything that I'm doing on a flatbed press, I'm pressing at 365 for 30 seconds. Or whatever paper you're using, look at their recommended temps and time for all these different substrates, and you will go by that. But you'll just need that, and you're going to press it. Once sublimation is pressed to the fabric, there is no hand feel. If you've ever used HTV, DTF, screen print, eco solvent prints, embroidery, any of those other, like all those other methods are what's called topical. It sits on top. Sublimation, other than like really printing to like cotton, like we have shirts that has a pattern in it, but as far as just decorating a shirt, sublimation is the only process where there's not going to be a hand feel. You're not going to be able to tell where the design ends and the shirt begins because it's going to be embedded into the fibers of the garment, okay, or fabric. Now, with this one, I'm going to embed it into the shirt, and then I'm going to take these small, like these parts that I've selected and cut out. I'm going to press it first, then put these over those areas, and I'm going to press it down, quick tack it, and then I'm going to put my sublimation print on top of that, okay? I forgot, I do have a bunch of other stuff I can do. I got to cut out my sublimation print. I got to finish weeding this. So we do have some things to do in the 6 minutes that we're waiting for the heat press to get up to temperature. All right, so I'm going to finish weeding this out. This entire thing was designed in Silhouette Studio. I cut it with my Silhouette Cameo machine. There is now a Cameo 5. Some places have the Cameo 4 on sale because now there is a Cameo 5. So you can check with places like Heat Transfer Warehouse to get a Silhouette machine. I have 6 of them. I have 6 Cameos from the original all the way up to the 4. I have 3 originals, a 2, a 3, and a Cameo 4. All right. So I put what's called a weed border because some of these areas are really small, really thin. And when you're going to sublimate on top of glitter, you want to make sure that it doesn't stretch and skew and move out of place because then your print isn't going to line up. So I put a weed border to make sure that I'm not putting too much tension on it. I'm not moving it out of place too much, and that it's going to be right where it's supposed to be so that my print lines up with it. So I made what's called a weed border. And then I do have a weed box that I'll be able to just remove that whole thing after I've weeded around these intricate pieces of this design. So here is my ABC. And I made them to where they stay together. So when I put it down, I only have to do it once. I'm not going to individually place any of these. So my ABC is cut out, in place. My headband and the ruffles of her shirt are cut out in place. Is this okay? I can't tell, but that's okay. Is that supposed to come off? I would hate for that not supposed to come off. I don't remember. I got to look at the print. So now that I've weeded everything, this makes this so much easier because I just take this and I don't have to worry about adding too much tension to it. I can weed it freely and know that I'm not going to lift any part of my design. So I use a combination of weed borders and a weed box. All right. That's going to look crazy, but I'm telling you, it looks kind of cool for Cocoa Puffs right now. That part, like it just looks like gibberish. But I promise you, it's going to look amazing on the design, the final product. All right. Let me get my scissors so that I can cut these down. We're going to cut out our ABC. And then I'm going to cut out the headband and the part of her dress. And we're going to just cut down this bottom part of Determined. Okay. Okay, no, that piece is supposed to be there. Okay, yeah, that's supposed to be there. All right. Woo, no. The next thing that I'm going to do, turn those over so they don't get stuck on here, is cut this down. When you're doing sublimation, If I was doing a full print, you always want to cut down and trim it down, like trim down the edges just in case there's any ink on the edges. But I'm going to trim this down fairly close. Some people will rip it away. I personally don't do that. You still end up with that line of demarcation. It's just not a straight line. So what I do is I go over it with a piece of butcher paper and change my pressure to make sure that the line of demarcation is gone. All right, so now for this part, we're going to cut this like that. And so that I know where to put this at, I'm going to cut in what I like to call like registration areas. So I'm going to cut the top of the A very, very carefully. Now, if you feel like you're not confident with how, to cut this, you can always do this as a print and cut so that the system pretty much cuts those areas for you. There's a way to kind of set it up where it's going to cut those for you. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just doing very, very strategic areas so that I know, like, they just give me reference points of where to line this up at. So I did the top inside of the A. I'm going to come in here to this B. You got to be very careful because if I cut into my design too much, it's going to throw everything off. So you have to be very, very, very careful when doing this method. Okay. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of the back of the A just to give me another point on that side of where to put this. All right. I'm going to do the same thing for the bow and her dress. Make sure that you guys give the video a thumbs up, tap the screen, share it with a friend, one of your creative friends, business friends. If you have a group that will benefit from this type of demo, make sure that you guys share it as well. All right, there's that one. And then determined, we're going to do the end piece right here. I'm going to do the top because it's a straight cut. All right, let's do this one because it's kind of a straightforward cut. All right, we're going to do the D on this side. Let's do top and side of this D. And then let's pick a piece on the bottom. Let's do this M. That's probably going to be a good spot to create a registration area. So all I'm doing is cutting. If you can't see it on screen, this needs to be close to my eye so that I can get this cut spot on. If you know how to use a pair of scissors, you can figure out what I'm doing. I'm just cutting it. There's no special science to it. I'm just cutting it. All right. We should definitely be at 365 by now. All right, let's see over here. Have any questions? Any questions? All Alrighty, I don't think there's any questions. Does your paper show lines on a full shirt print? I'm not sure what you mean on a full shirt print. Do you mean like the lines of demarc, like the box of the shirt? Is that what you mean? Hey, this is me, Linda. I called, like, my co-host said the same thing that you said. Let's see. All righty. Not sure if she's still on. Okay. So I'm going to put all my little pieces here so that I don't lose them. All right. Because this is a large platen and this is a small shirt, my sleeves, my collar would be in the way of where I'm going to put this. So it is best that you use a pressing pillow underneath, something to raise the shirt up so that the collar and seams are not a factor. So we're going to, I have like a little piece. It's just green foam that I got from Joann's. Nothing too special. I got the green foam from Joann's. I think it's like either a half an inch or a quarter inch. I don't remember the exact size. I have to go look at. I always forget. Whenever I talk about it, I always forget and I always have to measure it. So I'm going to cut me a little piece of butcher paper here. And I'm going to cut me a little piece of parchment paper, only because my green foam is not covered. And one day when I had stupid butcher paper. Butcher paper is porous. It does go through. I had the butcher paper covering the foam, but because butcher paper is porous and the ink will go through it, it got on my foam. I don't want that to transfer back over to my shirt. So see, that's right there. But I don't want to leave it that way because it could transfer onto the platen. So I'm going to just put this down here, cover it up with a piece of parchment paper, just so that that doesn't get on the back of my shirt. I'm going to put my shirt here. So we're basically, my collar and my sleeves are hanging off of the shirt. So only this part is raised up. All right. I'm going to do a pressure because now I have a foam. That's too much pressure. So we're going to turn the knob up to raise my platen. I'm shooting for like 0, 1, somewhere in there. Okay, 0, that's perfect. We're going to take our print. I like to fold it in half to find my center point. Gracie will not be fully centered on this because of how the design was created. She is not going to be centered. So you have to make sure that you're going off of the center of your design and not elements within your design. So we're going to place her right there, making sure I'm on the foam because I want to make sure that everything presses. There we go. We're going to press this 365 degrees, 30 seconds. Yes, I was asking you, funny lady, 7730. Were you talking about the line of the paper, like the line of demarcation from the paper on your shirt? What lines were you referring to? So there's that. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the word, oops, wrong thing. I need to put the vinyl down first. I'm going to take this and put this over. I'm going to take it off of this foam because I really need this to press. I don't want it to shift. That's more so like why I need to do this. I don't want it to shift from the pressure of, or it being raised from the platen, not the platen, yeah, being raised off the platen. It could, as it puffs back up, like it can shift and move, and then my print won't line up. So I want this to be flat. All right. Then we're going to put our ABC. And I think I did use the wrong print because I had changed up the colors, but it's fine. Uh-oh. So there is a little piece here that's in the wrong spot. I'm like, I knew that looked a little weird. All right, we're going to try to just put her in place. All right, so we do have to put a piece of protective sheet over the top because there is exposed ink here. So I'm going to put this over the top. I'm just going to give this a quick tack. Oh, I need to increase my pressure. I'm going to just give it a quick tack. Caesar vinyl is great in that you don't need a lot of time. The quick tack on that is amazing. And it's a warm peel. So see, that's down. I'm able to take that off. Uh-oh. Well, maybe not right there. Okay, might need to let that one sit a little bit longer. Okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more pressure. Don't do this at home, but I'm not worried about mine. I can always clean mine. Okay, I definitely need more pressure. There we go. All right, there we go. Now it's going to peel. All right. Now I'm going to go back over this with, I cut out. Why are those in the wrong spot? Oh, that's going to be not so great. All right, we are going to use some Honestly Speaking heat tape, which I'm going to pin for you guys over here. We have that on our TikTok shop. We carry 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 and 6 inches. There's TikTok a lot of times offers codes for % off and free shipping. So check out any promotions that TikTok shop is offering once you go to add it to your cart, or you click on the product. Oh, shoot. What did I do with that little piece? You got to be kidding me. I think that's what I just threw down on the floor. You got to be kidding me. Oh my God. I forgot I needed that piece. and I took it off and I threw it. You gotta be kidding. I can't believe I did that. I forgot I needed that piece. And I just snatched it off and slung it somewhere. So now she's gonna have a freaking white piece. Damn it. I can't believe I just threw that off to the side somewhere. And I needed that. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. All right, so we're gonna line up the A, the B, and then the C. And then my determined. Oh my gosh, which direction did I throw that piece of paper in? Uh-oh, this might be a little bit off. It's not quite lining up with my M how I want it to. All right, that should be good right there. Put another piece. I'm going to attempt to find, what did I do with that? No! Shoot! Why would I do that and throw that piece off? Godly. No. Oh, aha. It's okay. Good thing I had another print. It's going to be a little bit different from the other colors, but that's okay. I still have this print. That I almost dropped. My God, on today, this thing is small. It is very tiny. So I'm going to use a piece of tape to help me. Ooh, it's not going to line up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, that part is black anyway. I'm just going to cut this piece. And I just have to make sure that it does not go past the edge of the black, but it fully covers. And I can't have it touch her face. All righty. So that I have even pressure again, I do have to put my pressing pillow back underneath. And I'm going to put a piece of, I don't even need my butcher paper I cut. I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper on top. And we're going to press that for 30 seconds so that the sub ink can go into the glitter HTV. Because I'm not at a high temperature, because I'm not using a really, really long time, it's not going to affect the color underneath the original sublimation prints. So that print still looks good. And we're going to take, oh, it was off a little bit, but I actually like the effect on Determined. And you actually can't really see it. So I do like the fact that the white is on there. Bam. So she has a little glitter here. The ABC is glitter as well. So that's that. Her little piece there. Perfect. And here is her finished mixed media shirt. You can see our shimmer. It did not affect the original print. That is still very vibrant because we're using 365 in just 30 seconds. Now I do have the vapor one. I should have lint brushed, but I didn't. But there we go. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, there we go. I don't know what's happening with my video, but you guys get to see that. All right. All design in Silhouette Studio. Honestly speaking, sublimation paper, ink, and heat tape. So the bow, the ruffles of her dress, the ABC, and then Determined stand out with glitter HTV. All right, so now for the person that asks about the lines, when it comes to sublimation, it doesn't matter what paper you use. If you're not using a super, super thin paper like 105, like really thin, you're going to see that line of demarcation. But the 105 paper does not work well with desktop printers because of how it picks up. It will jam in desktop printers that have like the feeds. Normally with the industrial ones, they will use the like 105, like a really thin paper, because when it's printing through those printers, nothing ever touches it. And it's like, it stays like locked in. It's just going to continue to feed through. It's not going to bunch up because it's not feeding. So when it comes to desktop printers, you're going to be looking at sizes like 120, 125. Our paper is 120. When it comes to sublimation and polyester, there's normally no such thing as paper thin. That line of demarcation you normally will see on your shirt. So what we do is, I didn't actually have to do it on this one because this is a vapor shirt and it has kind of like a cotton-like feel, which means it also gives me that, oh, I forgot. I should have actually put something on the inside because I pressed it so many times. This probably did go through a little bit, because this is a vapor shirt. This is that cotton-like shirt. Those who use the cotton-like shirts, because of how they're woven, it's still polyester, but it's woven where the threads are not super, super close together to give you more of that cotton-like feel. Because they're not woven together so tightly, it is basically porous. And your ink, like the vapors, well, not the vapors, the sublimation gases can go through it if you are over sublimating. When I went to go press the vinyl, because I increased my pressure so much, I actually should have put something on the inside. But it doesn't go through the back, which is great. It's just really, really light on the inside of it. Very, very faint. And that pretty much came from when I pressed it the second time, like with all that heavy pressure for 30 seconds, because my shirt was actually fully sublimated. So by me heating it back up, I'm now forcing that gas to find another place because this part of the fabric cannot hold any more of those gases or that ink. So I should have actually put it in between when I did this one. Oh, my sublimation to glitter is spot on. My glitter did not line up to my print perfectly. That's what it is. So I should have put, like, like I said, in the middle. But I normally don't like these types of shirts because of the fact that they're porous. Like, you can look through it and you can see the openings and the gaps. I prefer Team 365 Sports Tech ones where it has like a semi shine to it. The fibers are sewn together really, really tightly, and it doesn't leave a lot of space for your gases to go through and get to the other side. That's why you normally have to put something in between. It's not just your ink and paper or your temp and time. Well, your temp and time does matter because with this, like I said, light pressure normally, other than this glitter HTV, light pressure, less time, and a lower temp will keep it. Even on this shirt, I can do these shirts as just like a regular shirt and nothing goes through. But because of the extra part, it did go through a little bit. But with our paper, it's a really efficient paper. You don't have to put anything on the inside. So this one, as I was pressing it, that line of demarcation went away. These types of shirts don't hold that line as much as a full-on like semi-shiny polyester shirt. So with these, I take my pressure up, I put a piece of butcher paper on it, I close it down and let it press for about 10 to 12 seconds, and that knocks out that line of demarcation. I have several demonstrations and like videos of that on the platform where the lives are basically saved, where you go to consume live content, to view, as Eric would say. So many demos showing my process of how I make shirts. You can definitely go check them out to see how to get that line of demarcation out. But no matter what paper you are using, if you are using a desktop printer, that means you're using 120 or 125, you're going to get that line of demarcation. Even if you just rip it, it's just going to be a squiggly line on your shirt instead of a straight line. That's nice. I think the word determined looks so good. It looks inflated. Love, love, love. Let's see. I'm talking about when you want to fully print the shirt. Oh, do you mean an all over shirt? A full like this? You're talking about a shirt like this. I just wanted a little dimension to the shirt. Hello, I'm also in South Florida. We are located in Miami Gardens. If you ever need to pick up your sublimation ink and paper, you do some simply amazing work. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for the compliment. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, just say. Period. All right, so let's see. Okay, so again, any paper, you're going to see the line. You're going to be able to see the line of demarcation. I personally do not use a hardboard. To me, I feel like the hardboard gives you the harsher lines. I use tacky paper whenever I'm doing something. I don't like to do them. I don't really teach it. I just think that it's unless you're making a shirt for you personally, as far as selling them to people, I just think it's just a waste of resources and time. Like, it takes up too much time for the amount of money that you're going to get paid for an all over shirt that you're going to piece together. So I personally do not teach it. A lot of people that teach it, you can go and learn from them. I do have some videos on how to split it up. The key to it is making sure that you have overlap. This is pieced together. This is done with 3 sheets of 13 by 36 in a roll paper. It is pieced together. Every time I show this shirt, I always have to really figure out where it's at. It is pieced together. Shit. damn it. I always have to find where it is. I know. Okay. So it's pieced together right here. This is the line. Oh, now I see it. The line is there where the papers overlap. So you're going to end up seeing that. And then that's one section. And then the second section stops right here. And then the third one. So that kind of gives you an idea on whether or not you see lines with our paper. This was done with our sublimation paper. So it's all about your technique. The line is right there. See it on the T? And then on the R. All right, so I gotta go get this to her, guys. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Don't forget to visit our website, shop. Ooh, hold on, I can't say that on TikTok. If you're watching over on TikTok, click on the links on the bottom. So I just had the tape pen. We end up using the tape to hold in place these smaller cuts of sublimation print. But with our sublimation paper, I usually don't use tape. I did not tape it down when I did the first initial print. This was pressed 3 different times and the color was not affected. And this was pressed 3 times and the colors look absolutely amazing. Plain paper, bright white setting, and we have really rich colors. With our paper, you don't have to use a high ink setting. So definitely check out the products that are in your shop, like in the cart down below. The paper is pinned. We ship out all orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They get shipped out the same day. TikTok gives us 3 days or something like that, but all orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, get shipped out the exact same day. All right? All right, y'all, got to go. Until next time. Oh, wait. Oh, the colors are popping on TikTok. Yeah, because the phone, this camera, I got to figure out how to adjust the colors on this camera. But yeah, from TikTok, you're seeing it right from my phone, and those colors are absolutely amazing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you. I think there might be, I'm going to take it off just so that you can see it. I think there might be a filter. Oh, no, it's on original. I thought this filter was on, but nope, it's on original. So this is exactly how this shirt looks. You said the sound is better on TikTok? Oh, wait a minute. Did my microphone change? Nope, it's on Elgato. Okay. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Peace.